Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Philadelphia Phillies and Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals are gearing up to face the Philadelphia Phillies in the series finale at Kauffman Stadium, and this matchup has all the ingredients for an intriguing showdown. As the Royals continue to make strides in the American League Central, they'll be up against a Phillies squad that's been searching for consistency, especially in their interleague games. Colby Allard will take the ball for the Phillies, but his 2024 season has been more of a mixed bag than a sure bet. With only a few appearances under his belt, his 3.46 ERA might seem respectable on the surface, but a deeper dive reveals a more troubling 5.40 FIP, hinting at potential regression. He's been vulnerable to the long ball, surrendering more than 2 home runs per 9 innings, and his strikeout numbers are nothing to write home about. This isn't the type of profile you want facing a Royals lineup that's been on fire at home. On the flip side, the Royals are sending Seth Lugo to the mound, a pitcher who's quietly been one of the unsung heroes of their season. Lugo's 14-7 record and 3.02 ERA speak volumes about his ability to manage games, even without eye-popping strikeout numbers. What makes Lugo special is his knack for inducing weak contact, with a home run rate of just 0.8 per 9 innings. Although he's had a few rough outings lately, Lugo is the kind of pitcher who can navigate a lineup without giving up the big inning. The Phillies, meanwhile, have been shaky since the All-Star break, with stars like Bryce Harper and Trea Turner stuck in prolonged slumps. Their offensive struggles have been glaring, averaging just 4.3 runs per game post-All-Star break, a noticeable drop from their earlier production. While there have been bursts of power, particularly from Kyle Schwarber, who's hit 28 homers this season, consistency has been elusive. Add to that a bullpen that's been shaky with a 5.22 ERA since July 1st, and things look increasingly grim for Philadelphia. In contrast, the Royals have been thriving at Kauffman Stadium, leading the American League with nearly 5.3 runs per game at home. Bobby Witt Jr. and Salvador Perez have been the catalysts of this offensive surge, with Witt Jr. making a compelling case for postseason honors with 25 homers and 92 RBIs. The Royals have excelled at driving in runs with runners in scoring position, a crucial skill that's kept them competitive even when their power numbers dip. Historically, the Royals have had the upper hand against the Phillies at home, and this season is no exception. They've won 5 of their last 6 against National League teams and seem to have the Phillies number, especially when Philadelphia is coming off a win. The Phillies have struggled to cover the run line in Kansas City, and with Allard on the mound, that trend seems likely to persist. Defensively, the Royals have been solid, particularly in the infield, where they've been turning double plays at a high clip. Their bullpen, while not overpowering, has been effective in keeping the ball in the park, which is crucial against a Phillies team that relies heavily on home runs. As for the playing conditions, Kauffman Stadium's expansive outfield often turns would-be homers into doubles, which plays right into the Royals' strengths as a contact-hitting team. The weather forecast for Sunday afternoon is calling for clear skies and a light breeze, conditions that typically favor pitchers. But given the Phillies' struggles in day games, the Royals should have the upper hand in capitalizing on any mistakes from Philadelphia's pitching staff. All signs point to a Royals victory. They have the advantage in starting pitching with Lugo, a more reliable bullpen, and an offense that's been clicking at home. The Phillies, on the other hand, are still trying to put it all together, especially on the road. Given the Royals' ability to manufacture runs and their recent dominance against National League teams, the smart money is on Kansas City to win this one.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Milwaukee Brewers and Oakland Athletics. As we approach this Sunday afternoon showdown, the Milwaukee Brewers are gunning to sweep the Oakland Athletics, and the on-field dynamics couldn't be more captivating. The Brewers have been nothing short of a powerhouse against American League teams, especially in the latter stages of this season. Meanwhile, the Athletics have had their share of struggles, but occasionally flash potential, particularly with Joey Estes on the mound. Frankie Montas, taking the hill for the Brewers, has been the comeback story of the year. When Milwaukee picked him up, there were doubts given his inconsistent performances in previous stints with the Yankees and Reds. However, the Brewers seem to have unlocked his true potential. Over his last 3 starts, Montas has posted a sparkling 1.69 ERA, proving that he can be a reliable force in the rotation. His mix of high-velocity fastballs and a sharp slider has kept hitters guessing, most notably in his recent 7-inning shutout against the Cardinals. On the flip side, Joey Estes symbolizes the future for the Athletics, but the present has been rough. With a 4.44 ERA on the season, Estes has had flashes of brilliance, like his recent outing against the Rays, where he went 7 2/3 innings allowing just 1 run, but consistency has been elusive. The long ball has been his Achilles heel, with 14 homers allowed in just under 100 innings. Facing a power-packed Brewers lineup could spell trouble for the young righty. Offensively, the Brewers have been an unstoppable force, ranking 8th in runs scored and hits per game. They don't just rely on home runs, although they have plenty of power. Key contributors like William Contreras and Rhys Hoskins have been pivotal, but it's the team's speed on the base paths that sets them apart. With 161 stolen bases this season, Milwaukee has been relentless, turning singles into doubles and manufacturing runs out of thin air. In contrast, the Athletics have struggled at the plate, especially at home, with an average of just 4 runs per game and a team batting average hovering around .240. Oakland has found it difficult to string together hits and drive in runs. Brent Rooker has been a standout, leading the team in homers and RBIs, but even his efforts haven't been enough to lift the A's out of their funk. Recent performances suggest that Oakland is already looking ahead to next season. Defensively, the Brewers have a slight edge as well. Their bullpen, though not the best in the league, has been solid when needed, posting a 4.28 ERA over the last 10 games. In comparison, the A's bullpen has surprisingly outperformed expectations with a 3.34 ERA over the same period, though the level of competition must be considered. While the Brewers have been battling playoff contenders, the A's have mostly faced teams in a similar position, well out of postseason contention. Historically, Milwaukee has dominated this matchup, particularly in Oakland. The Brewers have won 12 straight games against American League opponents and have a knack for covering the run line against teams with losing records. The Athletics, on the other hand, have lost 8 consecutive Sunday home games, a trend that doesn't bode well for them in this series finale. Taking all factors into account, it's hard to see how the Athletics can pull off an upset here. Montas is in top form, the Brewers' offense is clicking, and their defense and bullpen are well equipped to close out games. Meanwhile, the Athletics are struggling to score, and while Estes shows promise, he hasn't demonstrated the consistency needed to shut down a lineup as potent as Milwaukee's. In conclusion, the smart money is on the Brewers. My pick is the Brewers on the money line. They're the superior team in almost every aspect, and with a division title within their grasp, they have every motivation to complete the sweep. This one looks like a lock. The third prediction for today is for a game between the New York Mets and San Diego Padres. As the Padres prepare to host the Mets at Petco Park, this matchup promises to be pivotal, especially in the race for a wild card spot. Despite some recent stumbles, San Diego holds a slight advantage, thanks in part to their strong home performances and the resurgence of Martin Perez on the mound. The Mets, though talented, are entering a crucial stretch where they'll need to overcome their struggles on the road and face a Padres team that's tough to beat at home. Martin Perez's season has been a story of two halves. After a rough start with the Pirates, his move to San Diego has sparked a remarkable turnaround. Posting a 1.96 ERA since joining the Padres, Perez has become a reliable force in the rotation, consistently keeping his team in the game. His command has sharpened, allowing him to neutralize some of the league's most dangerous lineups. The Padres' bullpen has also been a strength, playing a key role in their ability to close out games. On the other hand, Jose Quintana has struggled lately. With a 9.19 ERA over his last 3 starts, including a disastrous outing against the Orioles, his form has been a concern for the Mets, who are desperately trying to stay in the wild-card hunt. Quintana's difficulties have been especially pronounced on the road, where his ERA has ballooned to 4.57 this season. Facing a Padres lineup that's clicking at home, Quintana will need to dig deep to change his fortunes. San Diego's offense, led by Manny Machado and Jake Cronenworth, has shown flashes of brilliance, particularly at Petco Park. Machado has been a consistent force, delivering clutch hits and anchoring the lineup. Cronenworth, with his versatility and timely hitting, adds an extra spark. Jurickson Profar has quietly put together a solid season, contributing both at the plate and in the field. Even without Fernando Tatis Jr., the Padres have found production throughout their lineup. The Mets, however, boast a formidable lineup of their own. Pete Alonso continues to be a powerhouse, with 27 home runs this season, while Francisco Lindor has been a dual threat with his power and speed. But despite their individual successes, the Mets have struggled to put it all together consistently, especially against tough opponents on the road. Their recent performances in San Diego have been inconsistent, and they'll need to find a way to get to Perez early if they want to avoid falling behind. Looking at the head-to-head matchups between these teams at Petco Park, the Padres have had the upper hand, winning the majority of recent encounters. San Diego's 8-2 record in their last 10 home games highlights their ability to defend their home turf. The Mets, meanwhile, have struggled to close out series on the road, and Sunday day games have been particularly challenging for them. Given all these factors, the Padres appear well positioned to secure a win and split the series. The combination of Perez's recent form, San Diego's offensive depth, and their home field advantage makes them a tough team to beat in this situation. Quintana's recent struggles only add to the Mets' challenges, making it difficult to see how they can overcome San Diego's momentum. In conclusion, I'm backing the Padres on the money line. Their overall balance, combined with the Mets' road woes and Quintana's shaky form, points to a San Diego victory. The Padres are not just playing for a series split, but also to strengthen their postseason push, and with Perez on the mound, they have the right man for the job. Expect a competitive game, but in the end, the Padres should come out on top, continuing their march toward October baseball. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Houston Astros and Baltimore Orioles. The Houston Astros and Baltimore Orioles are gearing up for an electrifying Sunday night showdown at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. With the playoff race heating up in late August, this game is more than just another outing. It's a crucial battle that could have serious postseason implications for both squads. The Astros, despite hitting a rough patch recently, still hold the top spot in the American League West. However, losing 4 of their last 5 games has raised concerns, especially after their dominant start to the season. On the other hand, the Orioles have flashed moments of brilliance but remain inconsistent, trailing the New York Yankees in the AL East. Baltimore's recent performances have been a mixed bag, and their inability to find a steady rhythm could be a decisive factor in this matchup. Taking the mound for Houston is Yusei Kikuchi, who joined the Astros mid-season and has found his groove after a rocky stint with the Toronto Blue Jays. His 6-9 record and 4.37 ERA don't tell the full story. Kikuchi has been solid in his last few starts, giving up just 6 runs over 22-1-3 innings in his last 4 outings. His consistency, paired with Houston's potent lineup, makes him a key player in this contest. Baltimore has yet to announce their starting pitcher, adding an element of unpredictability to their game plan. Whoever takes the ball for the Orioles will need to be on point to contain Houston's dangerous offense. Gunnar Henderson and Anthony Santander have been the bright spots for Baltimore, with Henderson leading the team in batting average and Santander crushing 38 homers. But beyond these two, the Orioles lineup has struggled, especially against left-handers like Kikuchi. Historically, the Astros have dominated this matchup, particularly when playing under the lights in Baltimore. They've won 5 of their last 6 night games at Oriole Park following a loss, and their overall success against the Orioles in recent years is well documented. Houston also boasts a stronger team batting average and a more reliable bullpen, both of which could tip the scales in their favor. Baltimore's bullpen has been shaky recently, with a 3.93 ERA over their last 10 games. This could spell trouble against a Houston lineup that thrives in clutch situations, especially with Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez swinging hot bats. The Astros' ability to manufacture runs and their proven track record in tight games give them a significant edge heading into Sunday's contest. Injuries have slowed the Astros down lately, but with Altuve and Alvarez healthy and contributing, Houston's lineup is back to being a powerhouse. The Astros' knack for scoring in bunches and their success in close games make them the favorites to take the win on Sunday. Weather isn't expected to be a factor, with mild conditions forecasted in Baltimore. However, the dimensions of Camden Yards could play into Houston's hands, given their lineup's power potential. In summary, this is a pivotal game for both teams. The Orioles need a win to stay in the hunt for the American League East crown, while the Astros are looking to solidify their position atop the American League West. While Baltimore has home field advantage, Houston's recent success at Oriole Park, Kikuchi's resurgence, and a more potent lineup make them the better bet to come out on top and secure a win, possibly salvaging a split in this 4-game series. Considering all factors, betting on the Houston Astros to win on the money line seems like a smart move, given their track record, recent form, and the uncertainty surrounding Baltimore's pitching.